never wanted to be that kind of guy, but you're forcing my hand, baby. I was honest with you, I told you why, but you refused to believe when I said I don't wanna waste my life getting bossed around all the time. Take my head and stomp out my brains again. That is how it feels when you're telling me how to live, how to live, how to live. I don't need your advice, so leave. How do I describe now what it is like? You would never understand me, so you think I'm in need of your advice. Do you remember me asking, won't you please calm down? Worry about yourself, you're affecting my mental health. Why am I so blind? Falling again, I'll let just my style, but I ain't gonna bow to you, telling me how I should live now. You can keep your advice, just leave. Take me back to where I belong. I don't need it. Way too long. I don't need it. How did I get in this mess? I don't need it. Won't you please just go away? I don't need it. I don't need it. I never wanted to be that kind of guy, but you're forcing my hand, baby. I was honest with you, I told you why, but I guess that I'll just have to stop being nice. Tell you I'll be on my own. I need my own space all alone.
It's ship show day, y'all, and I'm gonna stick my neck out and say that all you guys are gonna be here for the ship show tonight. And if you're not, then I'm gonna come and pecker your heads. See you all later.
Hey guys, Tom Bergeron coming to you from my backyard. Let me get into my character here. Hello there, shipheads. It's your old pal Tom. Speaking of old pals, I just wanted to drop in and say hi to my friends John and York. Hope you guys are doing well. Anyways, enjoy the ship show, Coop. Much like my shows, it will be epic. Then I'm supposed to make a chicken sound. That's a step too far. All the best, you guys. Take care. Stay safe.
Slide in.
What is up, peeps? How is everybody doing in the place? I am live. I am alone. I am lonely. And I'm sitting over here by myself in the man cave like a loser, I guess. Can you hear me? I mean, for heaven's sakes, please tell me you can hear me. And if anybody starts messing with me, there's going to be serious problems, okay? special guest, you could slide in because ain't nobody can see you now. All right. I will turn you on when the time is right. But we have special guests, y'all. Special guests in the ship show tonight. So far, I haven't seen any comments of anyone saying we're good or we're not, but that's okay. We've got a normal latency, so I can expect some sort of delay. John, you're on the wrong side. I get it. I'm over Doodle's head, but I had to make room for special guests. So you know what I'm saying? The chat totally covers John's face on her TV. Well, that's a cool chat, and that's a cool chat, and that's a cool chat, and that's a cool chat. Anyhow, how's everybody doing? Oh, Michael's saying, sound great, call me. Not tonight, but soon, buddy. Soon. Okay, Najuma's saying we sound good, audio's good. Okay. We can't hear you, see you, you're good. Kevin Brubaker, you can suck an egg with that kind of craziness. You know how you mess with me around here, but I'm not going to mess around tonight. I feel naked without my boy Doodles McShip Show keeping me in line, or at least in case I fall, he can catch me. So I need assistance. I need assistance, and I need assistance now. So I'm going to bring in some assistance right this minute. Up again! I told you we had a special guest tonight. Would you just look at that? Look at it. We've got none other than Matthew from Sharon at Sea Travel. How about that?
What's up, everybody?
Matthew, thank you so much for being my right-hand man this evening. I can't do it without El Duderino, so I'm so glad to have your help. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining.
No problem.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good tonight.
How's the weather out there in Arizona? You guys staying warm? I know it's been chilly out there.
Mm-hmm. It's been pretty warm out here, especially in the summer. It's been...
The chat's
Matthew, who are you talking to in there?
I'm talking to John on the ship show.
What do you mean you're talking to John on the ship show?
I'm on the ship show. You want to join us?
You're on the ship show? I can't. Where are you, in the man cave?
I'm in the man cave.
Okay, hold on. Let me come down there and check you out. Hold on.
Yes. Do we have another special guest?
Whoa, hold on. Woo.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Would you look at it? Pizza and Coke, says TCU Papito. The chat, y'all. The chat is going wild. People are like, Matthew, yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
People...
What's going on, everybody? Matthew, outstanding, dude. Hit me right here. Okay, we gotta make sure we don't move around too much so we don't go out of focus here. But John, thank you for having us tonight on your show. It's an honor. Is it an honor?
It is an honor.
And what else is it? An honor and a privilege. Yes, Matthew, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. We want to thank Doodles McShip Show, Deacon Doodles, for allowing us to come in here into the man cave and spend a little time with John in his absence. I am not sure is he doing that weekend time he had to do for that situation he had in Detroit, or where is he, John? Can you tell us?
I think that's exactly what he's up to. He's
okay.
He's taking care of some responsibilities.
He is. And I see people saying, we don't want Jamie. Where is Sharon? Sharon is extremely busy right now. She has been on the phone for hours upon hours, taking care of her clients, her guests, her peeps, and booking and rebooking cruises. If you guys hadn't heard, there's a pandemic going on, and the cruise world is upside down right now. And America's travel agent, Sharon from Sharon at Sea Travel, is trying to fix everything one happy customer at a time. Thank you.
Well, she's also the official travel agent of this show. So
you're darn right.
Darn tootin'.
John, do you have any refreshments down here in the man cave? What are we drinking tonight?
So tonight I'm going double whammy style. You know me. Wherever I am, there normally isn't a glass of bourbon far away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we both can agree, Jamie, that we've both discovered a new beer that is rather tasty that I've been enjoying quite a bit lately. It's a Budweiser Nitro Reserve Gold.
Oh, hold on. Let me grab one of those from you over there.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Here you
Thanks
go,
very
buddy.
much.
Oh,
Thank you,
there
man.
you
I
go.
appreciate that. Unbelievable. Let me, there's
Jamie.
instructions on this can. Have you ever looked at the can?
Yes, I have.
It says you have to turn it 3 times. Then you have to open it, and then
Hard pour.
and then you need a hard pour. Let's say you hard pour into your favorite LA Chargers mug.
There we go.
Oh, it just sounds so good. Matthew, do you have a refreshing beverage by your side? I'm getting a little heady here. Oh my God. Houston, we have a problem. Delicious.
Well done. I'm digging.
Cheers, everybody.
I'm digging the shirt, and honestly, Jamie, I think when we watch the replay, the exchange of the glass might be better than we thought it was. I don't know.
Really, that my friends is called winging it during a live stream. I hope it comes out well.
Yeah. So I'm glad we could pull it off. So I literally just came from D&G Explorers live stream like 3 minutes before we went live. And for whatever reason, the live stream that we already had set up didn't work. But, you know, here we are. I would love to be able to do a live stream in a way like with that StreamYard thing, but my computer makes it completely impossible to use it the way it's supposed to be used. It's a long story. So,
well, I know why. I mean, it's because when you do the StreamYard, it shows the StreamYard duck in the top corner, and the duck would go against everything that this channel stands for,
right,
if I'm not mistaken. So you can't do that.
There's something to do with that. That's absolutely true. But I mean, tonight I think we've got a lot to cover, guys. I mean, if you think about it, I've got 2 experts here. 2 experts that cover a wide range of cruising knowledge. We're talking from childhood to adulthood. You got questions here in this chat. We're going to answer them the best we can. I mean, I could try, but, you know, if you all want to know where the good pizza is, the man is here. You all want to know the things that your kids will like on a cruise? He's here. You want to know where to find the best drinks? He's here too. So let's get the questions in the hopper here in the chat, and we're gonna pepper these guys tonight. But first, I want to do a little segment. I'm gonna put you guys on the spot a little bit, and
okay.
And we like to do a thing here on the Ship Show called "What Are We Loving This Week?" Right?
Okay.
So I'll give you a moment to think about it. What are you guys loving? I'll go first, so you guys can come up with something. But what am I loving this week? Well, the family and I headed up north to Traverse City, Michigan, where we spent an amazing weekend on the lake. We went on 2 different cruises. We got rained out for one. That's all right. We still got to go on 2 other cruises. Sailboat, we did a big tall ship cruise where, you know, we cruised the bay there, and there was Bloody Marys and beers and whatever you wanted. Fantastic time. And then we did a sunset cruise, a private sunset cruise on a small sailboat with just a captain and my family. Great time. We did virtual reality. I did axe throwing. Shoot, what else did we do? We swam in the pool, flew the drone. It was an excellent weekend.
Did you mention the brain part?
You
mentioned the brain, right? You ate brain?
I ate some brain. I almost played that video in the live stream, or in the intro, but I decided against it. But yeah, I mean, I ate brain. I literally ate.
Is that disgusting or what, Matthew?
Brain?
He ate brain. He ate what kind of brain was it?
Veal brain.
Oh my gosh. But he ate veal brain. You know, veal is like baby cow.
Oh.
Yes, that's horrible. Matthew would never put that on his pizza. You can bet your bottom dollar that.
What, brain?
Yeah, he would not put brain. He would not order a pepperoni and brain pizza.
Well, don't knock it until you've tried it there, sir. That's all I have to say. But before we get to you guys, let me just say it was a fantastic weekend. It was a decompression moment that I think was really needed with our family to just kind of like chill. And the best part about it was when we got to this resort where we were staying, the room was so crappy that we were like, this isn't gonna cut it. Like, is there any way we can upgrade somehow? And they're like, well, if you want to stay in the condos, you could pay an extra $60 a night. And I said, the condos? They're like, yeah, the condos. You can just walk right to the beach from the condos. I'm like, yeah, we'll take that. And the best part about it was that we had our own condominium, kitchen, 1 bedroom, sleeper sofa, bathroom, balcony, and beach.
Ooh,
and
wow.
We didn't have to worry about like social distancing from the crowd at the resort. We had our own little like home space. It was fantastic. So that's what I'm loving this week. Now, let me also get to something. We got a super chat from none other than Mozarito. Papa knows. He says, Papa knows what the boy needs for physical prowess and mental acumen. Ooh.
I think he is, as Papa Mozo, I think he usually would say more pizza.
That's right.
Mozo was very concerned about the pizza intake. Timothy Walters is so excited, I think he's pleased to see Matthew on the Ship Show. And I saw a few comments about, is this corrupting Matthew? And someone said that Matthew is the son of Sharon and Jamie, so he's already corrupted. Don't you worry, Matthew has the manners of an angel and the mind of a, what do you have the mind of?
Mind
of a demon. Okay, there you go. Angels and demons.
I was going to say the mind of a scientist, of a historian.
Oh, that's so true.
And we're gonna keep it family friendly here tonight. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a lot of innuendo here. We've got the fam here, and this is the kind of show that I'm looking forward to. So no, he won't be exposed to anything bad here. And I trust the mother hen to make sure that y'all keep your act in line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Paul Adams said he must be adopted. A historian, people like that. Genius, said the Italian guy, Michael Anto Giovanni. The mind of a scholar, says Flamingo Pam. And those are both way better answers than the one that I came up with. So thank you guys for the nice words about that. It's funny you mentioned scholar.
He said
Matthew,
demon.
You're ready to go back to school soon, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
How long until you start school?
It's going to be a few weeks, and then we're going to go straight into online school. And then, then that's going to be for the first quarter of the year. And then they might be able to move into like a hybrid where you go to school one day, then it's online the next.
Okay.
So that's crazy. Is that going to affect your cruising schedule?
Here we go. We should be live now. Holy moly. Sorry about that, peeps. Please be working. Oh gosh, please be working. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But if we're back, let me know in chat.
Hold on, I will tell you. I don't know.
Yeah, we're back.
I see the starting soon.
Oh,
We are
there
back.
we go. There we
we're
go.
back.
Hold on, we need to move. We need to. Oh,
Wait. Yeah, is it that way? We move that way, or
no, that way. Just a hair.
Now Matthew's
Let's
out
see.
of the screen. No, well, that's not what we need.
Give us what we need, John. Give it to us.
Go the other way. There
That
we
way.
go. Let me.
No, that way is closer to John
Hold on.
because you're on that side.
yeah, but then I go off the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see on the now it's
Okay,
showing up on
come
the
this way,
screen.
look.
There we go. Okay, so where were we? Sorry about that.
So anyway, there I was, right in the middle of Taiwan, and I got 3 monkeys and a midget are staring me down. I know the story's taking a while, and I hope you guys got a piece of the beginning of it. Matthew, you remember that, right? Matthew comes out of nowhere with a samurai sword, starts winging that thing around. Next thing you know, a knight in shining armor comes through on a white horse and lifts us up, the 3 of us, me, Matthew, and Sharon, and takes us back to the ship. It was an unbelievable afternoon. I'll never forget it.
I've heard the stories, and I've seen a couple small iPhone videos, but that's about it.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I've been telling that story for the last 10 minutes. I hope nobody missed it because it was unbelievable.
Well, you're not kidding. It was unbelievable. What was unbelievable also was that I got the blue screen of death in the middle of our live stream, which is always encouraged if you're trying to entertain people, especially on the ship show. Listen, I'll be honest. I almost welcome that because how long has it been? It's been almost a month without any issues, and here we are. Like, now I can reach over and almost touch Matthew. Hey, Matthew, high five. Here we go, buddy. All right.
Nice work. Very nice work.
So, Matthew, is it going to affect your cruise schedule? That is where we ended up freezing.
With school?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, depending on how long, because I'm not sure if the school's going to do what they did before, where the teachers just assign lessons and you do them, or if they're going to have actual interactive calls where you see all the other students and the teacher.
Yes.
But either way, if it's all online and there's no need to go to school on campus, then maybe a cruise might be calling.
Oh, it's calling, son.
Oh, it's calling.
It's definitely calling. It is calling because last year all you had to do was check in the morning and let them know that you were there, and that's all you needed to get credit for the day. Mm-hmm. So we could check in from the gangway as we're getting off at a port, and you could just be like, "Hey," and then boom, we're on an excursion.
Paul Atta said he gave a $200 super chat. It must have gotten lost in the hiccup there.
It did. So, dude, do another one, Paul, if you would, really quick, and.
Also,
as a matter of fact, do 3 of them because one for each of us, and that's the only appropriate thing to do, isn't it?
Exactly. And we also got a super chat from Bella Travel and Adventures. They said, John, please say a big hello to my Aunt Vicky and Uncle Bill, whom I'm here with in Hudson, Florida. Well, Aunt Vicky and Uncle Bill, we hope you're entertained. I mean, for heaven's sakes, we froze for a while. Hello. Hope all is well in Florida. In Hudson, Florida. Is that where Hudson Hawk was filmed? We also listen. Thank you for the super chat. That would be Johnny B from Bella Travel and Adventure.
Super awesome comment.
Thank you for that. And the fact that you sent a super chat after all that just blows my mind. Now it's your heart. Matthew and Jamie can't see what I'm playing here, but just trust me, I'm playing stuff. So thank you for the super chat. And last but not least, Timothy Walters, he says, Matthew on the ship show? How awesome is that? Exactly. That's what I said. When the opportunity came for me to have Matthew as a guest on our show, I was like, yeah. So again, thank you, Matthew, for joining us tonight. And I have questions for you, and I'm sure the people in the chat will as well. And I want to get caught up with the chat so we don't miss a lot of these questions.
Speaking of the chat, John, if I would be remiss if I didn't give a special virtual hug to one Liz Breen, the mother hen here at the ship show. Liz, I want to thank you for allowing us to be part of your territory here this evening as well. And it's an honor to be here and to be in the same chat room as Liz Breen. It's a highlight. I mean, for both of us, wouldn't you say so?
Yep.
Definitely. So thank you, Mother Hen, for having us.
Yes, the Mother Hen is out there keeping. I've seen her. She's out there keeping people in line. We got another super chat from Crazy Cat Traveler. She says a little something so John can upgrade from AOL.
I can get you into CompuServe. I have a disc laying around. We can upgrade you from AOL to CompuServe right away.
What's funny is I could solve all of my problems with live streaming if someone could figure out why Chrome won't allow my webcam to work. If somebody can figure that out for me, I will donate the next month's super chats to you. Just kidding. I'm sending it to work tomorrow to my IT department. But for the super chats, Crazy Cat Traveler, Bella Travel and Adventures, Papa Mozo, and Timothy Walters, thank you for supporting the show. I know Doodles would appreciate it too. He was going to call in, but I got a text message from him earlier saying that he wasn't going to be able to do that tonight. So
yes, he is partying and he can't see his phone straight enough to dial the numbers.
yeah, I don't know that he could keep it together long enough to talk to us. So,
John, I do see a question from Matthew from Liz Breen. I don't know if you see that in the chat or if you want to throw that out there, or if you're at the same place in the chat as I.
The chat I see from Liz Breen is like, look at Jamie teaching Matthew shady stuff.
Hold on, you're gonna scroll down a little bit from there. Can you go to live chat and scroll down a little bit? All right, Matthew says that Tegan, Liz's lovely daughter, is very shy. How do you make friends in the teen club? She'll be 14 years old. Matthew, what's a quick tip for other teens? How do you make a friend real quick? What can you tell us?
The number one rule is to always show up on the first night when they're hosting activities, because that way you'll be able to usually find like a person or group of friends that you'll probably hang out with for the duration of the cruise. And so, and sometimes I can be a bit shy myself. Usually when I go in there, I'm a bit quiet, just kind of like waiting for more people to show up sometimes. But usually during like the activities of like the first night, you'll find some people to, be friends with just from hanging out. And then after that, everyone goes and does their own thing. They can stay and hang out there, go hang out somewhere else, and then have a great cruise.
Outstanding answer.
Outstanding. That is an outstanding answer. And I was fascinated last night Monday night during your live stream, the Sharon at Sea travel live stream, when listening to Matthew talk about how everything kind of breaks down for the kids club. Like Caitlin, we got Caitlin into cruising at an age that she was a little bit too old to like understand the process or like be extroverted enough to like go and try and make friends. And I really find it fascinating how easily, like, I'll bet you have so many friends that you've cruised with that you're probably still in communication with through the years. And I'll bet even into adulthood, you'll find that you're gonna be cruising with these people again someday. Like I've always been fascinated by the friendships you make.
There's somebody who I met who cruises a lot. They've been on over 50 cruises, and we've already cruised twice now.
Like together?
Yeah.
You met on one and then you saw him again on another one?
Yeah.
And it wasn't planned?
Cool.
It just happened by coincidence?
Well, no, it was planned. It was because I met him on the first panorama cruise that we took on the inaugural sailing there. And then met them again on our most recent.
Well, he had said his folks were planning that second cruise, and you're like, yeah, we are too. And then you plan to meet up. So it's like there was no planning to get the kids together on the cruise. It just worked out that we're cruising at the same time, and they were able to make some plans and meet back up again. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. We got some more super chats coming in. Paul Atta says, this is a question for Matthew. At what age will the mullet grow in?
Well, you missed the Matthew mullet. It's already come and gone. Right?
Yeah.
Was that a quarantine mullet?
Was it really considered a mullet?
Oh, it was a party. It was a business in the front and a party in the back. So that would get yes. You had a mullet from the age of 2.5 all the way until probably about 12, almost 13, and then we were forced to shave it because people would just stare. It was uncomfortable. And Sharon, I mean, if it was up to me, he'd still be rocking that mullet. He would look like Billy Ray Cyrus,
like his dad
back in the 80s.
like his dad.
Yes, John. Don't you have any pictures of my mullet anywhere in the thing? You
Oh,
can
are
bust
you
down
kidding
me?
me? Of
That's
course
me,
I
right?
do.
What about what? Don't you have a video of me getting my first haircut?
I do.
When I used to rock that mullet.
I'm actually playing it right now as we speak.
Okay, good. I'm not sure if Matthew's ever seen that. It's alarming and it's shocking because it really. I think it could be me. I'm not 100% sure, but it could be me. So we'll see if it comes up on our screen here. I don't know how far behind we are. Oh yeah, that's a mullet right there, baby. Oh,
Take
that's
it.
amazing.
Just take that, okay? And Liz, that was for Liz too. She loves that.
She loves that one. Yeah, that guy. I mean, it's alarming how much I look like. That's my doppelganger right there. So
It does look like you. And hey, that was a super awesome comment by
Super
Paul
awesome
Addis, so
comment.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Paul. We also got another one from Vanna V. Welch. She said, missed the Sharon at Sea Travel live on Monday. Had to catch up last night. So glad Matthew's crashing the party tonight live. Here's pizza money for the Vegas trip. Buy the kid a slice of good pizza.
Oh my God, that is so nice of you. Matthew has already been scoping out not one but two pizza places that are located inside the New York.
Oh, two
hotel.
places.
Yes, there are two. I believe one is more like a quick grab a slice, and the other one might be more of a restaurant. But and we have confirmed. I was checking out everything that's going to be open. You know, there's websites that'll tell you what's open, what's closed at the hotels and the casinos, and the pizza places are officially open at this time at the New York. So it's on.
Well, and based on all the donations that are for getting me a good slice of pizza, I could probably last a good week in Vegas before running out of money.
We could probably drop you off with the super chat money from tonight from the ship show.
Yeah.
Come get you a week later, and you'll be in perfect condition.
I love it. I love it. And you know what? I look forward to having a slice with the man himself. If you recall, on the horizon, there was a time when I think Matthew was with us when we were going to get some pizza in later in the evening, but the line was so daggum long that it was just like, nah, it's not even worth it.
Well, are you sure? I thought the story was more that John just couldn't really stand up anymore because it was so late and he was feeling fine, and we just had to carry him back to his room. Isn't that what happened, Matthew?
You're full of baloney fat.
Okay, that's not what happened.
The best time to get in line for some pizza is when the buffet's open, because more people are going to be in there than the pizza line. Because if the buffet's closed, everyone just goes for the pizza.
There you have it. You know what that was? Well, that was a super awesome comment, is what that was. But
pro tip.
That was a pro tip. But I have to thank Vanna V for the super chat. There's a little disco John for you. I know you like to see me dancing. Everybody likes to see that. Thank you for the super chat.
Amy Kephart said the pizza in New York is really good, but have had it a couple times. That's great news. Thank you for the encouraging comment. We love it.
And Timothy Walters, once again, thank you for the super chat. Much love. And you are a true ship show gangster. Much love. Appreciate the super chat. We appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Much love. But okay, so you know what? I don't know if you've seen any other questions in the chat, but I do have a question for
Please.
Matthew. So, at what age were you when you were able to just kind of like, your parents said, "Okay, go have fun, kid." Like I'm asking because I'm trying to get Stella to kind of follow your lead here. So at what age did you feel comfortable enough where you could navigate the ship on your own and find your way wherever you needed to go and back to the ship or back to your cabin? And, you know, if your parents said, meet me at the theater, like at what age did you feel comfortable doing that?
It was probably when I was around 12, because that's when because that's when we just exclusively cruise Carnival. And so with how it worked there is that's when you move up to Circle C, and that's where you don't really need to like sign. Well, that's when you don't have to like sign in or out. As long as you have a sticker on your
okay.
sailing sign, you just go in and out whenever you want. And so that's probably when, at that age, I kind of like know the layout of the ship, depending on like the class of the ship. And so I'm able to get from there, maybe grab a slice of pizza and then go back to the cabin whenever I need to.
Yeah. So, okay, that makes sense. So there's a cutoff on the age when you can actually check in and out.
I'll tell you what, it was probably a little bit younger than that. There's when you're a certain age in the kids club in Camp Ocean, where you can cut, they'll have events outside of Camp Ocean, and some kids are allowed to go out with the group and do those and then come back, and others have to stay inside and be signed in and out. And you can always tell when, if there's someone who might be a new cruiser, because there's kids that are stuck in the camp and they're not allowed to come in and out because their folks either didn't know to do that and they didn't give them the permissions, or they're concerned and they don't want them running around. So probably that was some of the first time when Matthew would do that. But it's been pretty funny watching him progress. I mean, nowadays we'll have conversations, and what's the thing we always tell you every time you leave the cabin to go out with your friends? 2 rules. What are your 2 rules?
To never interrupt anyone else's cruise experience, and to make good decisions.
That's right. Make good decisions. Don't screw around with anybody else's cruise. And but we'll
I've violated both of those rules on my last cruise.
You violated a lot. Speaking of violated, really quick, Liz Breen made a comment that says, "I'll never say no to a good mullet." So for the record, I'm going to be immediately growing out my mullet once more time. And Liz, call me.
I like it.
But we'll get calls from Matthew, and we'll be like, "Okay, why don't you be back at the cabin at midnight?" And he'll be like, "Okay," and then it'll be like 1 minute to midnight, and we'll be in the cabin, and the phone will ring, and it'll be him. He's like, "Yeah, is it cool if I just stay out till 1? Some of the kids are going down to the hot tub," or he'll leave dinner early, and we'll come back to the room, and he'll his clothes will be on. He will have changed into a bathing suit and then come back and change out of it again. And now he's just all over the place. And probably the best part, and somebody out there who has teenage kids would know this no matter where you are, but we'll literally see Matthew on the cruise ship with other kids, and we'll walk right past him, and he will ignore the hell out of us. It's like we don't exist. Yes, you will walk by and look the other way, "Oh my God, please don't even say hi, Mom and Dad." And half the time I have a camera, stuck out, or recording something.
Hey, here's my boy.
Yes, he's so embarrassed of us.
Well, at least I give you a glance. I recognize.
Thanks for the glance, Matthew. Your
Hashtag thanks for the glance.
Nothing, and you're giving us a glance. Unbelievable.
Okay, real quickly, we still haven't gotten to what you guys are loving this week. What are y'all loving?
All right, we're loving a few. I'm loving that. I was able to redo Sharon's closet and do a little build out on her closets already this week on my day off Tuesday, so I don't have to do it later in the week. So I'm loving that. We're also loving that we have been feverishly searching for a side-by-side vehicle after spending some time up in the camping.
Yep.
Up in Flagstaff and getting a used one for a couple days. We had such a great time as a family. And we always want to try to find, we spend most of our time just staring at computers, right? Matthew's in his room and I'm on doing something, and Sharon's working with her clients, and we're trying to find more family stuff to do. And so we are feverishly trying to make a purchase of a side-by-side to be able to get out to the woods more, go up north more, go out riding together, and do a little more outdoor camping fun stuff. So we've been loving that, haven't we? Mm-hmm. Anything else you've been loving?
Well, I've been loving getting onto the ship show and Sharing at Sea Monday Night Live.
There we go.
This kid's on point tonight.
He is. And listen, I knew that I liked this kid at the meetup pizza party at the hotel pre-Horizon cruise.
Oh, yeah.
I got to sit down and chat with him for a little while, and I was like, wow, that is such a cool kid. And I knew Anthony Plack would just be all over. I don't know if Anthony's here, but I knew that him and Anthony would click because of the type of the how they're always at a thirst for historic knowledge, right?
Yes.
So, and I saw you guys clicking too, so I knew I was gonna be we would get along just fine. That's why I'm so happy to have you here tonight. But one thing I want to do is say hi real quick to the people, because a lot of people are like, "Hey, I'm here," so I'm just gonna do it quickly if you don't mind.
Do it. And for anybody tuning in, again, thank you, York Ragsdale, the amazing Deacon Doodles, Doodles Mix Ship Show, for allowing Matthew and I to come in here and hang out and keep your seat warm. It's a little slippery, by the way, just so you know, so you might want to have somebody look at that. But thank you for letting us hang out here. And a big shout out to Leanne Franciscone. I see her out there in the chat. But please, Tom, don't let me rudely interrupt as I do so often. Handle your business.
Listen, I need you to interrupt. That's what I need. So Amy Kepart's here. Arlene Maxwell Copeland. There's a new name. Welcome to the Ship Show. Carla McClendon's here. Christina V. Another new name. Welcome. Glad to have you. Christopher Brown. Glad to have you, sir. Crazy Cat Traveler, Donnie Luke. I wish I had York soundboard, but I don't. Garrett Labelson's here. Speaking of Garrett, we may be having some fun with him here in about a month and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Hank Shannon's here. Jim D is in the house. Johnny B from Bella Travel and Adventures is here. Welcome, sir. I hope you heard the shout out. Leanne Franciscone is in the house. Welcome.
Woo!
Take a deep breath. Lisa Lisa Ellie. There's another new name. Welcome. Liz Breen, the mother hen. She's here holding it down, making sure that Donnie Luke isn't being untowards. Welcome, Liz. Thank you for everything that you do. She's been compiling a list of birthdays for the month of August. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, you should do so because there's lots of things happening behind the scenes in our Facebook group that Liz helps coordinate, and you can get a special birthday shout out if you go to her post. Mary Ellen Dillon is here. Michael Anto Giovanni is here. Fromage. Welcome to the Ship Show. Here's a man that's been on 42 cruises, something like that. He is a future joiner of the Ship Show. I don't know why I couldn't get a better sentence out than that, but we will have him on the Ship Show very, very soon. Holy shnikes. Midlife Crazies here. Welcome. I saw them on YouTube this week. Patty McFall Monk, Paul Atta, Plump Travelers Puppy, the cat. I wish I had more sound effects for you, but all I have is... Oh, yeah. But, I mean, that's not really going to do it. Rhonda Carney, Shauna Snow, Slinky Angle King, Tiffany Longino, Timothy Walters, and last but not least, Vizo's Travel. I remember Vizo's Travel getting down...
Do that question.
the other day on the big streamathon.
Is he the one that started those shoeies?
I'm quite certain he is.
Oh my gosh, Vizo.
Okay,
Vizo.
I have a question here. This is a tech question from Captain's Table MDR. Ship Show, have you tried Sparkle Cam at all with a regular DSLR? I have. I absolutely have. But now that Canon released their own software to
Starts. What is that?
What? Hold on, just father-son mode. That's all you do.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I got you muted now. That's so funny They're whistling. They thought I had it muted the whole time, but I really did. No, I did. But let me answer his question. I did use Sparkle Cam, but now that Canon put out their own webcam software, I don't need to, but I'm using Sony. The problem isn't so much with my, it's with my browser. But anyway, that's for another time. Dave and Brandy's Excursions is here. Welcome. Always on the move. I don't think I mentioned them. That's Josh Odom. Thanks, everyone, for joining. I'm just going to scroll to the bottom of the chat so I can get caught up. But did you guys see a question, or did you have a question? I heard you guys whispering back and forth over there. It sounds like you have something to say.
Well, no, Timothy Walters had an amazing question for Matthew. And thank you so much on behalf of the Ship Show for the super chat, Timothy. That's amazing. But it says, Matthew, what era of history interests you the most? Because you are kind of a history buff. What do you think about it?
I don't want to go into a 10-minute long explanation.
Yeah, just a five-word answer would be acceptable here.
I'll give 3 eras of history that I like the most, which is medieval times, colonial times, and the Napoleonic Wars.
Ooh.
What? Did you just make those up, or are those real times?
Those are real times.
Medieval time. What was that again?
Medieval, colonial, and the Napoleonic Wars.
Napoleonic Wars?
Named after Napoleon Bonaparte.
Well, I figured that much, but I don't think I've ever heard of that time, so you're one up on me, Bubba.
Woo!
Timothy Walters also sent another super chat. Thank you so much, Timothy, for the super chat. Appreciate it. He says, I heard today from a reliable source that Jamie and Sharon bought a Carnival cruise ship today. Can I get a discount on my next cruise?
We'll think about it. Hey, Timothy, the first couple of cruises, we're going to need to charge full price because the down payment for that thing was a mother. But once we get caught up on that, then we will start taking care of all of our longtime regulars from SAST. So we got you covered, brother. We got you covered.
Tess Almon says, I need a drink on the PC. I can barely hear, and on the TV it's buffering. Technical difficulties. I'm not sure. I've got a green stream, as they say in the business. But Timothy Walters, thank you.
Super chat. Excellent. Super chat.
See what I'm doing, but I just showed Jamie playing a super chat guitar riff.
Yeah.
Paul Etta says, Napoleonic Wars for 200, Alex. Jason Orth is in the house. Welcome. So Brian Francisconi is sending us some cheers here.
Ryan, what's going on, brother?
Medieval Times is in Schaumburg. $50. My treat, says Papa Mozo. Have you been to Medieval Times before, Matthew?
No.
You know, you could do that for about $22.50 in Las Vegas at the Excalibur when we're there.
Oh. He would go, but he's a little bit of a picky eater. They don't have anything on the menu that he'll eat.
Yeah, they'll just give you like a mutton chop and say, here you go.
Yeah.
Art isn't medieval. I forget what it is exactly. Is it? They're like fake jousting tournaments and stuff.
Oh, those joust! Don't ever say fake
They're
jousting.
They're not fake.
Is it
They're
real?
real.
That is, yes, that's as real as the day is long. People, at least a half dozen people die every week at those things. It's a known fact. Everyone
People are
knows that.
beheaded weekly.
Yeah, the beheadings come. You pay extra for the beheading. You get a front row seat. It's like going to a Gallagher comedy show. You put a piece of plastic over you, and it's like when he hits the watermelon with the hammer. Stuff just goes flying. You get seeds in your eye, but in this case, it's eyes in your eye. It's disgusting. It's a hot mess.
So, but you know what? Your cruise weekend looked fabulous, says Jamie Wilhite. Yeah, it was fun. And I vlogged it. I feel like I got some good footage, but I also struggled like I always do with things. But the best part about this weekend for us was that we actually got to get away. We felt safe about it, and it was just a nice way to decompress. I actually got to sit out on our balcony and smoke a stogie and drink a little bourbon just at the end of the day and just listen to the waves of the lake coming in. It was fabulous.
Lovely.
They go through so many peasants in medieval times, says Paul Atta.
Well, you know, you got to work your way up from being a peasant.
Well,
there's no middle class. You're a peasant or a prince over there.
Liz Breen says condominium. I think I keep saying condominium because I was getting made fun of by my family when I was vlogging. I kept saying we're headed back to the condominium, and she's like, "Why don't you just say condo?" I don't know.
I think the pronunciation is condominium. Condominium.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's for a minion. It's a extra condominium. Perfect.
Exactly. And wenches too, says Kevin Brubaker, because Kevin Brubaker is the Lord of Kevatopia, so there's plenty of wenches to serve him. But okay, so I have a question. There's a lot of people talking about canceled cruises, and and it's inevitable. It comes in, and like you said, Sharon had to drop everything and take calls this evening to, for people who had cruises canceled or people who were trying to rebook.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it out there, and maybe I'm foolish, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm starting to lean towards the October cruises might happen. The Sharon at Sea La Lita Loca group cruise. I'm starting to think it might happen. I don't know. I've seen some things, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything. I don't have any insider information, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I feel like it's going to happen.
Well, so far, I mean, every time you turn around, there's some bad news. But out of all the bad news, all the cancellations, all the reschedulings, all of the, this ship's going to go out of here instead of there, and these cruises are canceled, but another ship is taking over. The one thing that hasn't changed yet is the Breeze going out of Fort Lauderdale October 24th. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right now, we're planning on it's happening, and eventually someone's going to get on a cruise ship, and we are happy to volunteer to be the first ones and give it a run and see. I mean, I work with the public every day, and I'm hanging in there, and you can go to one. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of people that have caught the Proman 19 virus, as we call it at Sharon Sea Travel, and the bad news numbers, the deaths, a little bit of the hospitalizations are going down dramatically, even though the cases go up. So I don't mind signing a piece of paper and saying I'm going to go, and I'm not going to hold anybody accountable, and trying to follow their rules and make good decisions and keep my distance and have fun the best that I can. And I don't know, man, we'll see what happens. I mean, I really think it's probably about 50-50 now, but at some point they're going to say, okay, let's send a few ships out and see what happens. And I'm ready to go if we're called on. So,
well, people in the chat are mentioning some things, and it is true. Princess announced a bunch of cancellations today through 2020.
Yeah, that's a given. I mean, Princess, the average age of someone on a Princess cruise is probably about 60 to 65. I mean, the average age of a cruiser is roughly about 50 years old in general. Yeah. But the folks on Princess cruises, number one, many of them are European and going in different areas and places, and that's quite a challenge. And number two, Princess has the worst rap out of all the cruise lines, and the age is a little off too. So that would make sense that they'd say we're out of here. But if you're 50 years old or younger and you can follow some rules, then there's a chance you can get on and off a cruise ship without an issue.
I'm sorry about this. I'm typing in the chat, and these weird things are happening on the screen that you can't
I
see.
thought you were having maybe like a fire alarm test was
Yeah.
going on over
Red
there in the
alert.
studio.
Red alert. But so apparently, and maybe you're privy to this, I'm not, but the people are mentioning, several people mentioned that Carnival has a big announcement tomorrow.
I am aware of that, and I feel like I have some information on what that is, and I don't
Wait a
know
minute.
if I'm at
Do
liberty
you
to
want to
discuss
do
that.
a live exclusive here on the Ship Show?
How dare you? I am a forward positive thinker. Let me see. Well, hold on. But earlier, Wanda said she agrees, so I'm not sure. I don't know if this is pure news. Let me see if I can get an okay.
Well,
okay, cool. All right. So, yes, there is word that Carnival's making an announcement tomorrow, but I believe the announcement has nothing to do with current cruising. And the announcement will have something to do with them announcing their big 2022 50th year celebration events that are going to be happening. And although I'm not too excited about it, you may even see Kathy Lee Gifford involved in the announcement. So tomorrow's announcement, I believe, and I have a slight inside source that can confirm this, that that the announcement tomorrow is nothing about cruising currently, or the state of current cruising. It is about looking forward and preparing for amazing celebration cruises in 2022. And of course, one of those, John, would be what?
our group cruise.
Damn straight.
The celebration on the Carnival Vista. Am I right there?
You're damn right it is. It's going to be an amazing time.
And
we're going to go crazy and have a great time.
What other ships are we going to see? Do you know? Are you privy to that?
I don't know which other ship. We're going to see about 5 or 6 other ships at some point, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 to 5. But the idea is that you're going to be on a Carnival ship. And at one point, any ship in that area in the Eastern Western Caribbean is going to get into close proximity. They're going to they're not going to drop anchor, so to speak, but they're going to park it. And then all the ships are probably going to are they going to be lit up, and it's going to be parties on the ships and maybe some horn battles if I, could venture a guess, and we'll see what what plays out there. But it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a great cruise, a group cruise with hopefully, at least with John, hopefully with the ship show, with Doodles McShip show. I'm not sure if we can squeeze him in it or not. It may or may not play out for him, but it's going to be an amazing time.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun group cruise, and not to mention the October group cruise in 2021. And then, of course, the one we've been talking about, which I noticed Sue O'Connor says, I think it'll be sadly canceled. Let's think positive, but I understand what you're saying. You've got a very robust group cruise schedule coming up, and if this one gets canceled, that's all right, because there's a backup on the Legend, right, in March.
There is a backup, yes, and this coming March we created a backup just in case. But I will tell you right now, if you're thinking about a Panama Canal cruise on the Legend with us and Lalito Loca in March, think about it now, because there will not be a ton of rooms left for that bad boy after a little while. Remember that the ships are still going to be sailing at lower capacities.
Yep.
That cruise has been around for a while, so jump on that deal if you need to. And
I'm on it.
For that, you can call the travel agent of the ship show.
And that would be Sharon at Sea.
Amen.
Amen. She hooked me up. She did book me on the Legend, but she also went to battle with MSC for me just recently, because they switched up our itinerary on our February cruise, and they took away my room that I had already picked. We had 2 rooms booked, and they took them away, and she claws out, went after them, and got me my rooms back. So I can't recommend her. I
watched it all happen. It was amazing.
I can't recommend her enough.
John?
Yes.
I'm really here for one reason, and that is to ask, what time does Battle Nip start?
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, there will be no battle
Excellent.
nips tonight. However, if you watch my last vlog, you could see your own dad in the battle nips.
Yeah, that was special, wasn't it?
Dad, I
Yes.
also have a question for you.
What? Oh, whoa, what? Did we discuss this ahead of time? What's your question?
What is Battle Nips?
We'll talk about it later, son.
Okay.
You obviously are watching the ship show.
That's great. He wants to know when the battle nips is and what exactly is it. I love it.
He's heard about it, and it's in all the teenage chat rooms at this point.
It's all
They
the
all know.
rage, to be honest.
It is.
It's all the rage in the cruise community.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Let's
that's right. I'll show you later. There's a few different versions of it. I need to make sure I show you the correct one. Thank you.
I can show you plenty. I don't have any loaded up here, but
Paul Atta, no. Do not listen to Paul Atta. He said Google it, Matthew. Do not Google it.
don't Google it.
Don't do it.
Great. Now it's already Googled in his mind. Hold on, let me hit record, says TCU Papito.
Wanda says, Matthew's a man now. Tell him about Battle Nips.
Mike Wood, Augusta, Georgia says my hub app already has a July 22nd update. Oh,
There could be an update or something like that. All I'm saying is that everyone's talking about a big announcement from Carnival, but I believe that announcement may not have to do with current cruising itself.
Sue O'Connor wants to know, why would they do that now with everything that's going on? That's 2 years out.
Well, it's kind of, it's 1 year and a couple months, but it's right now that most people book cruises a year to a year and a half out. So I think they're trying to generate a little excitement and give people a little something to look forward to instead of looking, right here at the poop show that's, being dealt to us. And, they're just trying to give a little something to work towards and saying, hey, we know kind of things stink right now. We're working through some issues, but this thing's not going to last forever. It's certainly going longer than any of us thought it would go. But we'll come back from it. The timing just kind of stinks. So
Yeah.
we shall see.
Paul Atta says they're calling it Dry Dockapalooza.
Is that not? I think Nautical Nurse Nancy might be here. Nancy!
Jacob
She's out
West,
there.
there's a new name in the chat. Booked on December 13th on the Breakaway out of NOLA. There we go. So
Nice.
we'll be on the Breakaway October 24th, 2021. That will be a epic cruise for sure.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be insane. I can't wait for that.
I can't either. But honestly, I can't wait for whether it be October or March.
That's right.
We've got a February cruise booked on the Marivalia right now. And hopefully, if October doesn't go, then we can do that. Right now, we're working out a plan B behind the scenes for maybe mid to late August.
That'd be interesting.
For something little travel-wise. Maybe.
I heard about an amazing new cruise line. It's a startup. It's something small. It's in Michigan. It cruises. I think it's called Spring Lake. It's a cruise line called Lake Placid. I have been trying to get book us a group of 3 for a 2 to 3 night sailing, and it is just it's packed. You can't
Sold
even
out.
get you can't even get a cabin on that thing. It's unbelievable.
It's sold out, honestly.
Yeah.
I can't even get on it, and I'm good friends with the captain. So,
wow, unbelievable.
And speaking of which, boat updates. My boat's still in the shop, and I don't think I'm going to get it out before the season's over. How about that? So,
That is weird. If you lived in Arizona, you wouldn't have a season for boating. It would just be all year long.
that's a good point, which Kelly
Same.
and I have talked about.
I'm just saying.
Not for the boat angle, but for the lack of snow angle. Slinky Angle King's in the house.
It is lovely.
She wants to know, why in the heck would they bring Kathy Lee Gifford back?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I am not a big Kathy Lee proponent, although she enjoys throwing back a couple bottles of wine from what I can tell. So I guess I got to give her props for that.
Well,
but they've had a relationship with her, and to be frank with you, because Sharon is in the travel world, she's in the know, and she had gotten some communication, and part of the communication was that, and it was Kathy Lee making an announcement that there was going to be a big announcement on Thursday, July 22nd, and she was in the process of doing like a celebration of 50 years and talking about the celebration event in 2022. So we're just putting 2 and 2 together, and that's where we came up with our inside scoop, to be honest with you.
Who is Kathy Lee?
Let's just say we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
She's a lady.
I was going to go ahead and do a screen share so I could show Matthew, but I'm not going to mess with the good thing here. But
yes, Papa Mozo said she's a fall down lush. Papa Mozo, aren't we all? I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, aren't we all?
Slinky Angle King says they need Shaq to do more. It's his 50th birthday. Fun fact, and my sister, she works for, I'm not going to say it, but she works for a very large chain that Matthew might or might not be interested in, pizza-wise, that Shaq is also involved in. And she deals with Shaq personally when it's time to do advertising. She's like his main liaison with this large company. If you catch my drift. Papa Mozo may know what I'm talking about. But anyway, my sister is like the Shaq Wrangler whenever they're doing like promotional stuff, and she told me that he's just as cool in real life as he comes across. Like he has no idea what his plans are during the day. He just somebody tells him you need to be here, and he comes there and he's Shaq. You know
that guy is a spokesman for more companies than I could even name. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
What a career that guy has.
Yep.
What a
Trevor
career.
Bagokler says I gotta run. He didn't say that, but somebody's saying goodnight to him. So Trevor, good night, buddy.
Good night, Trevor. We're going to talk more about getting you across that border. I have a plan. If you can make it to British Columbia, and if you can rent a small dinghy, I think that I have a plan. So just work on that, and I'll let you know our next step.
Well, I also know a piano guy in Nova Scotia that exports pianos. So if he can get there, we can get him in a piano box, get him down into like Maine, something like that, and then I'll take it from there.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were going East Coast with him. I was going to try to get him to the West Coast. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Northwest Pacific, and I figured just one guy illegally entering the country through the water might just get overlooked because there's so much other stuff going on out there. But
you're probably
whatever
right.
works, I'm down with it.
When is the Vista Group Cruise? Jacob West wants to know.
The Vista Group Cruise is all right. March. I want to say March 5th, 2022.
I think you're right. March 5th,
2022. I am not the best at it, but I can tell you that if you're interested in going on that group cruise or any other Sharon and Sea Travel group cruise, half of them involve half of or all of the ship show. Contact Sharon at sharonandsea@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Paul Adam wants to know what happened to the SAS jet.
We had to get rid of it. We couldn't maintain the sanitation. The airlines have a strict sanitation policy, and we couldn't find any sanitizer, and we ran out of toilet paper, so we had to get rid of it.
Isn't SAS already taken as well?
Yeah, there was some copyright. We got sued for it too. So there's a few things we're trying to get a new airline going. So we'll let you know, Paul. I appreciate your curiosity on that. Thank you very much.
If you're looking to start a new airline, what better airline than Yardbird Airlines? Across the side of the plane. I mean, come on.
And they always play anything that has to do with Jimmy Page when you're on the plane. So that's cool to be on Yardbird.
That's right.
Yardbird? Is that the Yardbirds?
Well done. Yes.
Did I nail that?
That goes way back.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well played.
I go way back as well. Riding with Larry is here. Welcome. Sheila Botziger is here. Welcome. And
Dewey Ski, there's a barbecue place. Oh, okay, I get it. That's a whole different conversation.
I will. If I could say something about the people in the chat, I am extremely proud of everyone here because I know, believe me, I know the kind of people that are out in that chat, and the fact that they all had medium pleasant things to say about Kathy Lee Gifford is amazing. I was expecting much, much worse. So great job, everybody, on refraining from really going to town with that. So way to go, guys.
Paul Atta's like, your sister is the Shack Whisperer? Well, I don't know about that, but that is her job when...
I think the term you used was the Shack Wrangler.
Yes.
I don't know if... I mean...
She was with Shaq at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you're talking about your sister, and then you're calling her the Shack Wrangler. Maybe... I don't know. I'm just saying maybe some different terminology could be appropriate.
Well, that's her job. Yeah. Hopefully she's not watching.
Liz Green said we're a classy bunch. Yeah, I know it. That's why I am in the chat myself every Wednesday night.
Slinky Angle King's like, haha, Yardbird Airlines.
Yeah. Jason Orth has Matthew. Jason Orth had a comment here. Do you want to read this, or I mean, just to get in on the action? Why not? I mean, you're a young adult. Go for it. Just say it. Give it to me, son. I'm giving you permission right here in front of everybody.
I can confirm Kathy Lee once had an awesome rack.
Yes, amen.
Hello.
She sure did back in the day. Hello.
Uh-oh.
Slinky's biting her tongue on Kathy Lee. I used to bite my bottom lip, if you know what I mean, on Kathy Lee. So back in the day, she was hot. Just want to leave it there.
Whenever I think of Kathy Lee, I just think of her partner. Not Hoda, the other guy. Regis. We're talking about the weather. We're talking about the weather here.
Hold on. I thought you were talking about Don Meredith. That guy, when you said her partner, I thought you were going to say her.
It wasn't Don Meredith. No, she was married to Frank Gifford.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Frank Gifford.
Don Meredith. Don Meredith was his partner on Monday Night Football.
Oh, wow. Well, who knows what happened with those guys. But anyway. Amy Elke, what's going on? Lovely to see you here. Our friends down the road.
And for anyone...
We saw the comment, even though you spelled it wrong. You made a spelling and you deleted it. But I love the comment anyway, Amy. So, thank you.
He's now a man, says Garrett Labelson.
Yeah. And for anyone who turned in at the wrong time, those were not my words. I was reading a comment.
Oh, Matthew, it's okay. You're a young man.
# damage control.
Matthew, when I was your age, I was halfway through every National Geographic and JCPenney seasonal catalog that I could find in my grandmother's basement. So don't even worry about it.
D. Decker's in the house, and she says, nice to see Matthew on the ship show tonight. Hey, Matthew.
Very nice. Wow.
Give that kid a beer now, says Kyle and Emily.
I can't. This mom will kill me. I mean, Matthew's 2 weeks away from getting his permit, so we're very excited around here and nervous as well.
Cruising for Food said, I used to have... I can't even say it. I'm not going to say it.
Hold on. What is she... I need to find that comment because I know if it's from Wanda, I know it's a good one.
Yep. I hope Sharon isn't watching right now, says Garrett Labelson.
She might be watching. I'm not sure if she's probably on the phone, but she might be watching with one eye and one ear and on the phone with the other ear. So
Paul Atta says, when Jamie was your age, Matthew, he was watching Gladiator movies.
They used to have some really good ones back then, by the way, but where Gary Haven says, where's Matthew's beer? He already chugged his, but thanks for asking, Gary. We appreciate it.
Oh, snap.
I want to listen. It makes me, I know that, I don't know if it goes over your head or not, but the fact that you're here is awesome. And I
like having him in the man
Matthew's
cave.
Here. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great to have you in the man cave. And it's even better that people are in the chat like, "Oh my gosh, Matthew's here. This is great." Like, I don't
Yes.
think you realize the type of cachet you have within this community.
You're a player, dude. You are a player. Kyle and Emily, what's going on? They asked a great question of for Matthew.
See you later, Josh.
I'm still a little bitter about when they took the championship for the Battle Nips. Matthew, I know you don't know much about Battle Nips, but just know that your dad was one nip away from being the champion, and I'll tell you more about that later. But Matthew has been driving a little bit. He loved driving the four-wheeler up in Flagstaff when we went camping, and he is dying to get behind the wheel on the road and slam on the gas. So we'll see what happens.
So, what are you thinking timeline-wise for this new toy? Next couple weeks? What are we looking at here?
I think we'll know for sure by the weekend if it's something that's doable. I mean, you look at stuff like budgets. I mean, I'm working and still working regularly. You guys know that Sharon is a travel professional, and 95% of all of her work now is travel. And although she's a nurse and she still pulls a shift here and there when needed, but she works a certain schedule where she can make her own schedule. And lately she's just been so embroiled in the travel and helping people, and it's become a true full-time 10-hour, 12-hour a day gig for her at times, especially now with things so crazy, because every booking is two. Right. Every one of them is a cancellation and a rebooking. Yep. And the cruise lines have been great. They're taking care of their travel partners, and they're honoring the business that they've done with them, which is pretty awesome. But things are slow rolling with that respect. Not to get too much into that kind of stuff, but because Sharon will probably yell at me for it. But we'll see. We're trying to see if it'll come into the budget. We've recently paid off a few things that we paid on, and you know how it is when you have a little extra money around the house, you want to put it to good use, and creating something that'll give us some good family time might be a great way to spend some cash. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely seem to be enjoying it in the vlogs we watched. Visos Travel says, my daughter drove my car today. We got honked at a few times because of the clutch, but she told me your car is better than mom's. Made my day.
There you go. I thought about that. If I want to get Matthew on a standard or an auto, and we'll see what happens. What do you think? Do you even know what a standard is?
Isn't that like when you have to manually move up the gear?
Yeah, you got to shift gears. We'll see what happens.
I'd rather do automatic.
Hold on. I have some text coming in from Sharon. She might be telling me to shut up right now. Let's see.
Well, while you look at that, Karen Griswold wants to know if Jamie's determined his return on investment. How much would you actually use it? Put in a pool.
That's an excellent question. First off, we want to do a special shout out to somebody that's watching.
Hold on.
Hello, out there.
Wait, say it again. I muted you so you guys could whisper. Say it again.
Oh, that's okay.
Hello to who?
Hello to Tegan.
That's Tegan's in the house? Tegan
What's
Breen?
up, Tegan?
Well, welcome, Tegan. People are saying hi to Tegan in the chat.
Pro cruiser. We have it on good authority. Yep. I have someone keeping an eye on things that says make sure you say hi to Tegan. So what's up, Tegan? How you doing, girl? Hope everything's going good for you out there in Florida, and that you're having fun and getting ready for, I don't know how it works out there. I don't know when school starts or any of that stuff, but hope your summer is going great and that you're getting ready to get back to the fun of school, or whatever they're calling school nowadays. So we'll see what happens.
Tegan is good friends with my daughter and Doodle's daughter.
Boom.
Obviously Liz's daughter, but Paul Atta says, I know a guy who can hook you up, Jamie, but can you read Russian? That's what he wants to know.
Well, let's just say that I know what Tito's stands for.
Okay. All right.
That's Russian. And I can say absolute.
I can say comrade.
Comrade.
I can also say fromage.
That's right. But if you know anyone who speaks German, then I can give you a little ein Bier bitte, frisch vom Fass. I can throw out a little ein kleine Tüte mit zweimal Schokolade. I mean, you know.
What is that? I like a chocolate-covered cherry.
It says I'll have a small cone with 2 scoops of ice cream.
Oh, okay.
But the first one, ein bitte, frisch vom Fass, I learned that when I was 18. I went to Germany with my dad because the great Wolfgang was born there. And I use that often, that line at many bars as an 18-year-old Jamie on his own just cruised all over
Does that mean
Hamburg, Germany.
Does that mean bring me a beer quickly?
That means I'll have a beer fresh from the tap.
Okay.
I'll have a beer, please, fresh from the tap, actually, is what it means.
As opposed to not fresh from the tap?
As opposed to a bottle, I guess.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's funny, we're drinking these Budweisers, these nitros, and they remind me of when I was in Germany. Budweiser you drank it warm. You didn't cool it. Quite often you drink beers at room temperature out there.
Yeah.
And the alcohol, the alcohol was so much more in the beer out there.
Even Budweiser?
It was crazy. Yeah, they had Budweiser.
And it was stronger than in America.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
They don't have all the laws for the amount of alcohol in there.
Liz says, I need a new budget. This AC killed it. Yeah, I know, girl. You've been struggling hard with the AC, man. Kyle and Emily say it's a lot easier to drive with 15-year-olds with a brake on the passenger side, too.
Oh, I don't know if I got to look into that kind of vehicle. I don't know if they have that.
Slinky Angle King says manual shift. What's that?
I know a lot of people in the chat are talking about learning on manual. I kind of have a little bit of experience with manual. It was like there was a racing simulation game I had, in that game you had to manually shift.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yes, it's a little bit of experience, I suppose.
CMPJ519 says learn on a manual, then you can always drive an automatic. Learn a automatic and never learn to drive a stick or performance driving.
Yes, it is fun. I mean, driving a stick is fun.
Except in traffic.
It's still kind of fun. I learned on a stick.
Laura Guglio says, my husband drinks Budweiser and he likes it warm also. Gross if you ask me. I learned on a stick too. On an 85 Dodge Omni.
Really?
What was your first car?
I learned on my dad had a Datsun 280Z.
Okay. A Z car.
Yeah, I don't know, the year must have been 83, maybe 85 or something like that. So that's what I learned to drive on. And then of course I had my first car I ever bought. My first car I ever had was given to me, and it was a '79 Camaro. And then after I started working, I bought my own car, and it was I think it was an '82 or an '84 Mustang GT. Ooh. Shortly after they came out with the 5.0 liter, and it was bad ass.
Gary Heavens wants to know if Matthew's taking notes.
Matthew's gonna have a Prius. I believe his first car will be a nice, safe Prius.
Well, Tess Almond says you should buy him a Mini Cooper. He will love it, and the chicks will love it too.
Really? But I don't know if that Mini Cooper will work at the airport, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Matthew has no idea what that means, so it's cool.
Christina V, Ford Escort GT, Dewey Ski, 1960 Ford Comet, 3-speed on the column, 3 on the tree. Pauletta learned on a Mazda 1300, and Liz learned on a Gio Mateo.
Hold on, Gio Mateo, that was a guy that lived down the road, Liz. What are you talking about?
I don't know if that's what Geo. Remember the Geo though?
Dude, I had a Geo Prism at one point later in life when I didn't have a vehicle anymore and I needed something reliable and economic. That was a good decision. I bought a Geo Prism.
Liz says I have a 2010 Kia Soul manual. The car is awesome.
Papa Mozo can drive almost anything. He learned to drive on a boat, then a bus, then a helicopter, then a semi, then a standard car, then an automatic. He didn't. Most people start with the standard. He went right to boat, bus, helicopter, and semi truck.
Well, Mozo
Every day I learn
knows.
something else about him. He's amazing.
Mozo knows.
He knows everything. There's no doubt
JAK
about
the
that.
Wrench is here. He says, "What's up, Jamie and Matthew? Were you driving a Hummer that day at the airport, Jamie?" That's what Paul Atta wants to know.
No, I was not driving a Hummer. Thank you for asking.
A Geo Metro. That's what Liz was trying to say.
Yes.
I remember the Geo Metro. George Dennis, away. Z to get. I don't get that one, but I don't get it. I'm from Vigo, Spain. Now live in
Paul have
Tulsa.
that question? I'm sorry about interrupt. Paul, I wasn't driving a Hummer, but let's say that I got the vehicle from a cowboy I know. And we'll just leave it at that.
Timothy Walters, 79 Thunderbird. 91 Chevy S10 Blazer, good to learn on, says Jacob West. Another new name. A lot of new names in the chat tonight. I'm glad to see them.
Excellent, excellent. And I don't doubt for a minute, my man Timothy Walters had a 79 T-Bird. I'm sure that thing was souped up and it was badass. So
What color, though? White or black? Because that's one of my dream cars.
Timothy, what color was that T-Bird, man? Break it down for us.
One of my dream cars is the white T-Bird with the gold bird on the hood.
Oh, you want the Bandit? You want Smoking the Bandit? Oh, that's badass.
Yes, I learned on a VW Rabbit, says Shauna Snow. We need to chat later about the Kia Soul. It is a Florida thing. There's so many down here, says Michelle Bowen. I learned to drive on a 1985 Chevy Suburban and a stick in an F-150, says Jim D.
Let's see.
Black,
Timothy Walters, black souped up. There it is.
Yep. Who had a tractor in Jersey, says Cruising for Food.
Well, some of my buddies had tractors in Jersey growing up, but I didn't hang around with a lot of the farm folk.
The farm folk.
Yeah.
72 Plymouth Fury. It was a boat. I had 5 ashtrays in the front seat, says Amy Franzak.
And every one of them was overflowing.
Yes.
And every time you hit a bump, about 3 butts would fall on the floor.
Liz says, I want a Volvo Turbo. So Vizos Travo's coming at us from Tulsa, Oklahoma, I think he said, but he's from Spain. Let's see. Jeff B has made it. Uber Cruisers are here. I learned on a Mazda 808 manual. The random collection, they just say ships. 2002 Dodge Ram, says Wanda Erstenberger. Wow, there's a lot of new names in the chat.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Timothy says Matthew should get a Camaro SS. Timothy, I'm not sure. There's a chance. I don't know what Matthew will learn on. Have you thought about what kind of car you want, or you want a truck for your first vehicle? I mean, you're probably about 6.5 months away from having your first car, aren't you?
Maybe.
Okay. So what do you think? Have you even thought about it, or is that something you're not even you don't even really think about that yet?
Well, I haven't thought too much about what my first car would be. I mean, maybe a truck like yours, because that's probably what I'm going to learn on.
If we can, Matthew, if you and I work this thing together, without telling Mom anything, if we can work it together, I can give you my Tundra, and then Dad can go out and get something new at that time. Is that a deal?
Yeah.
Or would you like Matthew, would you like a BMW?
He might like a BMW, but I think he wants to go pickup truck.
Okay. I like how you operate, because that's exactly what my boss did. It was time for me to get a new truck, and he's like, okay, well, then I'll get a new one and you can take mine.
There you go. Boom.
Yes.
It's the way to go. It's the way to go. 2021 Camaro, says Papa Mozo.
Ooh.
That would be nice.
William Hanson Jr. says, worst car ever. Stick on a 1971 Gremlin.
Oh, but the Gremlin got the chicks, didn't it? Come on, you can tell us.
I think so. I hung around with a guy that had a Chevy 69 SS 396. That was bad.
Karen Griswold, I can't take Matthew to the Barrett Jackson auction and pick him up a little something sweet. I cannot afford that bad boy, that's for sure.
Can I just say that I'm glad to see Matthew still sitting here and not like ready to like head for the hills, even though we're an hour and 40 minutes in. Like this could be, I guarantee he's like thinking to himself, what the heck are we talking about here? Just give me the Tundra and let me drive.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. And all the other conversation, he hears much, much worse around, with me all the time. So nothing shocks him or surprises him.
Najuma Brown says, I had a 76 Firebird. Nice.
Very nice. Matthew, hold on. I got to test your mother.
Why would anyone be on... Oh, I can't say that.
What?
No, can't repeat that one.
Hold on. Where is it? Maybe I can I say it or no?
Well, I wouldn't. Even though I love him, I can't repeat that one. He needs a Tesla, says Michael Ento Giovanni.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I saw that comment. So you were probably looking at a comment before that.
Don't get a BMW or a Mercedes. They are expensive to fix. You're not kidding, Wanda Estenberger. Wait,
yes. No.
Ernstberger. Wanda Ernstberger. You're not kidding. Kelly has one in, man, nothing but problems. I learned on a 65 Chevy Bel Air, says China Pearl. Nice.
I'm trying to find out where you were to see the comment that you wouldn't say.
So Pauletta,
that kind of stuff.
It's been deleted. Pauletta said,
Damn it.
Get an old Saab. My dad got an old Saab, and that's all he did was sob. Because he took it to the freaking dealership to get fixed all the time. But anyway, enough car talk. I want to get back to some cruise chat here. So let's talk, well, maybe not cruise chat, but let's talk Vegas. We haven't really talked about that, but that's the next big thing, really, coming up that I can think of.
That is the next big thing. I've had a lot of people inquire as to what kind of events are going to be, or this thing went from a one night get together. Like our plan is the same as when some people have had like a get together, let's say in Florida.
Yeah.
And that's really, I think, why we did the Vegas thing, was because everyone was doing Florida get-togethers and meetups. And, it's just a time for people in a region to get to chat like we do now to, see each other in person and say, hey, and put a face with the name besides what's on Facebook and all that. And it's a lot of fun. And a lot of people have started looking at it like it's a weekend event. Or I had a few people say, do we have to book Vegas with Sharon? I'm like, no. You just go there if you want to hang out and meet us on Saturday night. But everything is still on as planned originally. I haven't seen anything that we need to change due to this whole virus as of yet.
And people are talking in the chat about how they're excited. Amy Elke can't wait. Vegas, Tessa Almond. People are ready. Should I play the video?
Yeah, I would love for you to play that video. Please make sure it's the correct version with Doodles McShip Show. And probably the greatest thing that ever happened was that our initial Vegas get-together got canceled so that we could reschedule it and then find out that hopefully York and his lovely bride, Lisa Ragsdale, will be there with us as well. It's going to be a big old family affair.
That's the best part about it, is that it's like kind of turned into like this build-up event where,
totally.
The first time it got canceled, and then we were like, well, we don't know when we can rebook this, and here we are. So I'll play it real quick, and
yes.
Then we'll get back to
Pia Broderick said, "What band is that?"
There we go.
Boom.
And
Unbelievable.
Liz, you're right. It won't be the same without the mother hen in Vegas.
Yes.
We know this.
I'm still hoping she can make an appearance.
Pia Broderick wants to know what band that is. That is, I don't know what band that is. I think that's Phil Dirt and the Dozers.
That's just me. I threw a couple riffs together. I just grabbed my guitar and started playing one day and came up with that little jam. So I hope you liked it.
Liz says she can't make it because she's got too many warrants.
Come on, Liz. It's Vegas. No one cares about warrants there.
Amy Franzek says she's sad she can't go. I will pay for Liz Breen flights to Vegas. Return if she can go. Okay. All right.
Boom. There you go.
Lots of people excited about Vegas. I'm excited about Vegas. I think, for one, so the dates are September 12th. That's the date, September 12th.
The date is September 12th. Yes.
But it's going to be a fun way to we've had our meetups in Florida and we've seen the people, but for all the people that can't make it to the East Coast when we're there for cruises or whatever, this will be a way to meet some of the West Coasters. And there's a lot of them. There's a ton of them.
Yes.
And I'm excited for that.
I think there could be 50 people or more.
I've already called my shot. I'm calling 60.
I mean, I know that I understand there's concerns, right, for safety, and it'll be weird because we're probably going to want to hug each other, but maybe we'll just do a hi, how do you do from a few feet away, or maybe we'll just say screw it and go party and meet everybody and let the chips fall where they may. I mean, if we're going to sit there and be proponents of cruising and all this other stuff, then maybe it's hypocritical for us to get together in Vegas and try to worry about being 6 feet away from everybody when we're meeting people we're so excited to meet up with. So,
right,
you never know.
Sean McCroskey, new to the ship show, love SAS. Hello, well, welcome. Glad to have you.
What's up, Sean? Good to see you, bro. Good to have you here.
Yes. Daniel Field says we don't get home till Saturday, Nancy. We would have to rewatch this. We love you all.
Oh.
Much love. Much love. We got a super chat from Lindy Lou. She says, love you, John, York, Jamie, and Matthew.
Oh, Lindy Lou, you are such a sweetie pie. Thank you so much.
She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Lindy likes it when I sing. I don't know if she likes it when I sing the Beatles.
John. We all do. We've been waiting for you to sing a little. Matthew, did you want to sing at all tonight, or are you good?
No, thanks.
You're good to go? Okay.
I'm good.
Really? You don't want to sing anything?
I can't wait. I can't wait to wear my SAST travel mask that just came in today, as a matter of fact, in Vegas. So we'll see how that plays out.
You can find those masks on the Ship Show page. There's a link.
Yeah, and buried in the comment. Somebody did a shameless plug of them. It was ridiculous. So
it was
rude.
classic.
It was rude.
It was classic.
It was rude.
It's hard not to hug when you're excited to see people, says Liz. Sheila's
That's
got a
right.
roll. John, Matthew, Jamie, hope to see you all soon. Have a great week and evening and a wonderful time in Vegas.
Sheila Bossiger, we love you, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
We should take bets on how many people show up, says Pia Broderick.
Also, Pia, we should take bets on how many people get hammered and end up, in a tough situation. John, will you remind people, if you would, there's only one real rule that must be adhered to,
yes.
besides whatever laws the city has for masks and safety. But will you tell everybody that one rule?
You have to have a card in your pocket that states where you're staying, what room you're in, and a contact number.
And your name.
Well, yeah, and your name.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rule. And, well, I won't drag it out. Kelly will kick my butt, but we'll also have a megaphone to direct you wherever you need to go. But
oh God, yeah, that's going to be. I believe that will involve. That would definitely involve. That could involve police.
We just got a super awesome comment. Jacob West. Speaking of music, what was the song at the beginning of the live stream?
I can sell you the rights to that. I copyright that music from that band that you heard. I purchased all the copyrights, similar to how Paul McCartney purchased everything from Michael Jackson. So if you want to copy that, you can contact my lawyers directly at Serenity Travel on Facebook, Serenity Cruise Crew.
Jacob West, that's my band, Slippin' Digits. That was our song called Salsa. This was circa like 2005, maybe. I don't know. It's a long time ago. But Jacob, that was my band. And yes, that was me singing, believe it or not. But Lindy Lou, speaking of singing, thank you for the super chat. It's been a while since she could make the show. She's been busy moving. So we appreciate the super chat. Much love, Lindy Lou. You know we love you, even though you're rolling around in a Bentley.
Paul Atta, that's good to know. The law offices of Atta, Gleckler, and Perlman will have a satellite office in Vegas for the event. You can leave Perlman home, but Atta and Gleckler will be.
That's really sad. Poor Wanda. She catches a bad rap. Like
Wanda Perlman can go, where.
All she does is sell mattresses and try to keep people happy and get a good night's sleep. Meanwhile, you just don't like her, and it makes me sad. I feel like she's a nice person.
She's a big B. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, well, she's also me. So
yes.
there's
that's why
that.
Too. Amy Elke just gave us the okay. Just dump me in New York somewhere, and I'll be fine, said Amy Elke.
Well, I do think it would be a good idea to maybe place some side bets on, like, we could do like the over-under on the time at which a certain individual cashes out, right? So we could even have a board. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could have like a whiteboard where we have everybody's name and at what time they cash out.
Oh yeah, we could do it like by the hour.
Yeah.
Like who will be, the whole event starts at 6:00.
Right.
So we could be like, who will be hammered at 6? Like who will walk up and say hi, and they're already just boom over the top destroyed because they've been at Vegas all day party.
Right.
And then just go each hour from there.
Tammy Chapman has to roll. Pia Broderick wants to know, Matthew, is there going to be pizza reviews? There has to be, right? I mean, of course.
Oh, yeah. I can confirm that there will be a pizza review while we're in Vegas.
Woohoo Girl says we totally love Wanda Perlman. Well, see, you're not the only one, Woohoo Girl.
Diane, I thought we were friends. We met you and Larry. We had an amazing time on the group cruise. Larry turned me on to Rusty Nails. I realized how much fun you are. And now you're gonna go with that kind of comment. I'm hurt. Right here.
Right in the subcockles.
Right here. It gets me. Matthew, hug me. I need a hug.
Oh, now that's family right there.
Thank you, buddy. I feel better now.
Liz Breen says, buddy system, everyone. And check for Adam's apples. Pro tip.
Good call.
I need to see if I can get Vegas to work. I moved 2 weeks before, says Amy Kephart. You can make it work.
Garrett Labelson, that is one of the places. Garrett, you're a Vegas connoisseur. Sirico's, am I saying it right? Sirico's Pizza versus the other pizzeria. Is one more like a pizza on the go, get a slice, and one more like a restaurant? Or can you break that down for me, Garrett, while you're here, if you have a moment? That would be amazing.
Papa Mozo says Gina will be there, so there's no telling.
Boy, I hope.
Watch
Papa
out.
Mozo's
She
there.
better be there. My first time to meet a cruise community person, says Lindy Lou. Justice for Wanda, says Paul Atta.
I'm excited to see if, it'll be amazing to meet Papa Mozo in person, but I have a special desire to encounter his lovely, amazing wife.
Yes, me too.
And I just want to thank her for sharing him with us and the rest of the community, because she is a saint of all saints. I guarantee it.
Yep. J.A.K. the Wrench Bowen says, I'll be drunk before 6 p.m.
Excellent. Excellent. And I told Sharon the best thing for her to do would be to get me to drink a lot on Friday night so that I wake up hungover Saturday, and that will minimize the amount of drinking I'll do early in the evening Saturday, because I am just as susceptible to anybody else as drinking a lot, to drink a lot out of the gate and, need to be placed in a cab ride home as well. So we all need to make good decisions that night.
Yeah, I agreed. That's why we need Matthew. He was our chaperone in Cozumel. He'll be our chaperone in Vegas.
He was, but he was there for us. But didn't he bail out on us after a little bit in Cozumel? Like, he hung in there for a while, but
he got us
through. Did you stick it out all the way or what?
No, he did. Because remember, we were walking through the port area, and we got through the part where the duty-free store was, and there was Johnny Walker Black on sale. I'm like, ooh, look at this price. And he's like, no, keep moving.
I do remember that. He was great.
I don't remember.
Matthew was like, keep your head forward, stop, don't talk, just keep going.
Yes, you did that. You were good. You were on that. He was on point like that. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes.
We may have been drinking a little that day, so.
Tess Almond, I will be there late, drunk eventually, but late.
I hope so, Tess.
So, I mean, it's going to be a good time. And how many times has Matthew been to Vegas?
Never.
Oh.
You might be right about that. Yeah, we have not been to Vegas in like forever. I mean, I think the last time Sharon and I were in Vegas is when we got married. As a matter of fact.
Oh.
And that's like 20 years. It has been a long time. A very long time. So we're ready to hit it up big time.
Cruising for Food. I can't wait to see you two next month. She's talking about her big birthday meetup at the Degenerates. Liz will be there. Yep. Lots of people will be there.
That'd be amazing.
But I think we're going to have a great time in Vegas, and I don't think of all the things that could possibly get canceled, I don't think that's going to be one of them. And if it is...
Let me, can I share a funny story? And this might tell you a little bit about what you can expect from me in Vegas.
Sure.
So years ago, you don't know anything about this, Matthew, so you can ignore this. And Sharon might be embarrassed. No, this might have been pre-Matthew. Many moons ago, Sharon allowed me to go by myself to Laughlin, Nevada, which is like the mini Vegas. And that night I was gambling and drinking and having an amazing time. And at one point of the evening, I had consumed so many cocktails that I was out of cash, and I wanted to get some more cash. And I found a machine that I thought was a machine that you can put in your room key, and it would give you money back. Like, it would charge your room and then, give you some cash.
Right.
So I put my room key into this machine. Well, it turned out that was the machine that you use to check out. You return your room key, you put your room key in, and then they check you out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I don't know how fast I realized it after I did that. Probably when my key never came back out. And so I had to go to the front desk to say, I have a problem. I think I accidentally just checked out. It was not my best night ever, but it was a great story to tell
people. Did you go with anyone?
No, I was just by myself. Mom let me go solo once. Biggest mistake she's ever made, by the way, but it was an amazing time.
Did you get your room back?
Yes, I did get back to a room.
It's good.
And I woke up and there's coleslaw everywhere, and that's all I know.
Coleslaw.
Yes.
BJFB wants to know if the bullhorn is still here or if it was destroyed by my wife. That'd be a negative. It's still here. Hi there, folks. Okay,
Ooh,
that's enough.
Ouch. Little feedback now.
Hot mic. So, hey, I mean, we've covered all the bases, don't you think?
We have. We have crushed it for 2 hours. It's been an amazing night. We are honored to be here in the man cave on the ship show, just trying to hold a candle for Deacon Doodles Mix Ship Show. I hope that we didn't make too many people tune out when they tuned in for Doodles, and we were here instead. So
I'm just glad that despite the technical issues, people came back around for take 2. We appreciate that. Much
Paul
love
Adams
there.
said it's not a good night unless you wake up with McDonald's French fries in your hotel bed. That's a wise and very true statement.
Or coleslaw.
Or coleslaw.
I would love to be in Vegas, but flying with a wheelchair is difficult, says Michael Anto Giovanni. We get it. Dewey Ski says, last time I was in Vegas, Fremont experience was just a Fremont thought. Well, you know, man, it seems like Fremont experience has been out there forever, so that must have been a long time, Dewey Ski. Because
I agree. And that's something that I thought about when we were talking about where to go and where to stay. Fremont Street definitely crossed our mind as just someplace inexpensive to go and really just get crazy. But I think that we ended up making the making the decision. John was familiar with New York, and the Nine Fine Irishmen. It just sounded like the perfect place for us to all meet up.
Yep.
And Matthew will be there keeping an eye on things too.
I will be taking bets on how long before Kelly stuffs the megaphone where the sun doesn't shine in Vegas, says Wanda.
Yeah, I think it'll happen pretty quickly, or someone will make an attempt.
Well,
Kelly.
I don't even know if I'll even bring it because, like you said, I could probably get in a lot of trouble with the megaphone on the strip. Well, hey there, folks! It's the Rooster coming at you live from Harris Casino.
I bet you could have it at 6, like right in the beginning for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes as everyone gets together and gathers. Then you could just run it up to the room, or leave it at the front desk,
right,
until later, and then come back for it. So.
I never thought I'd own a megaphone, but I love it.
Well, it was somebody made a mention of it, and boom, you owned it.
Yep.
And Michael Antogiovanni, the Italian guy, we would love to see in Vegas. I know that things can be a little challenging, but I have a feeling that if you went to all the trouble to get on a plane with the wheelchair and you got it there, oh my gosh, it would the effort, the reward would be so worth the effort and you busting ass to make that happen.
Yes.
So we would be honored and privileged to see you there.
You're not kidding.
Literally rolling up on the party. And I would only hope that at some point after a few drinks, I would get a ride on your lap down the strip. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it right there.
Paul Addis says, you call it a megaphone. The judge calls it Exhibit A.
That's funny.
We got a super chat from B. Jeff B. He says, here's for the Bullhorn Defense Fund until Vegas. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate that. Thank you, B. Jeff B. It's getting late. I think we've covered all the bases. We could go on and we could go on, but I got a big day tomorrow. So I think unless we've got any more questions for the peeps out there in Chatland, I don't have the soundboard. I'd like to sound the horn like Doodles does. I can't do it.
Well, you know what, John? If I might be so bold, there's something that we usually do over at Sharon at Sea Travel as we end the night, and we would love to maybe share that here with you guys. Some of you might be familiar, but it's been an amazing night, and I feel like we've learned so much here this evening.
Good point.
Maybe the folks in the chat could let us know what have you learned tonight on the ship show, and it's something about Matthew, or not that you learned anything about me or nobody really cares, but something about Matthew or something about John, or maybe your peers in the chat. So if there's anything you guys have learned this evening you want to share with the rest of us in the chat, that'd be amazing. So that's something we always do on our show,
and I love it.
With you guys.
I learned that Gina is going to be in Vegas. That's what I learned.
Wow. I learned one of Matthew's favorite eras of history is the something about Napoleon Bonaparte, the Napoleonic Wars.
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're so proud of me.
Neapolitan ice cream.
Something. It was close.
I learned that Jamie might be
Napoleon
sleeping on the couch
Bonaparte.
tonight. I learned Matthew is adopted. Oh. I learned the Golden Nugget won a few grand there. Oh, no, I love the Golden Nugget. Okay. Oh, well, hey, Woohoo Girl used to work at the Golden Nugget. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of hot.
It is. Cruising for Food says, John, you're the only person I know who would never need a megaphone.
True. Very much
That's
true.
a good point. I learned that the megaphone might find a nice new home in the evidence locker, says Crazy Cat Traveler.
Yes.
I learned Jamie really doesn't want to do medieval. I learned that they have Hummers at the airport. Who knew?
Hold on. I think Wanda said I learned
Timothy
that we need
Walters
to teach
said
Matthew
that.
about battle nips.
I didn't see that.
Oh, I see it right
Oh,
there.
yeah,
Cruise
that we
for
need to
food.
teach Matthew about battle nips. Yep. I learned
Yes.
we're going to be fan frigging tabulous reviews on pizza from Matthew, says Amy
yes.
Elke. Papa Mozo says pasties. That's right. I'm going to be wearing them. Battle nips, baby.
I hope so.
Laura Guyot says, good night, everyone. I sent you my husband's email on Messenger. He might be able to fix your Chrome issue. Thank you for an awesome show. Well, thank you, Laura, and that would be great. I learned Kathy Lee Gifford is still a blank, says Paul Etta. Insert your own word there. I learned Matthew will do a Las Vegas pizza review, says Carla McClendon. That's right.
Yes.
Lots of things to learn tonight.
And he will be our escort as well.
Our chaperone. That's right.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're right. Using the term escort when it has to do with Vegas is definitely not appropriate. Sorry about that.
Good point. Michael Anto Giovanni Fromage says he learned the history periods that Matthew loves. I learned that Jamie embarrasses Matthew, says Tess Almond.
Hold on. Do I ever embarrass you? I mean, really? You can answer truly.
Yeah.
What's the most? Yeah. Okay. We'll leave it at that. We'll save the good
No.
stories.
What's the most embarrassing moment? You can't just throw that out there. Like, when did he embarrass you the most?
I don't know.
Let's keep it legal. Is there one thing that stands out, or they all just blend together? There's so many moments of it.
I just know that you have. I forget the moments.
Okay. Good answer.
Well played. Okay. I should play hardball here, but I'm going to let it slide because I bet there's been some good moments. Griffin Alyssa says, hey, everyone, just finished editing a video. Wanted to stop in and say hi. Well, welcome. We're just getting out of here, but thank you for joining. Stupid autocorrect, says Amy Elke. Liz is saying hi. I have some 4-leaf clovers pasties I bought on clearance for a costume. Sounds perfect for 9 fine Irishmen, says Tess Almond. I could use those. I learned that Kathy Lee is still a part of Carnival, says Slinky Angle King.
Yes, and I think somebody's mentioned the little video. I think Sharon posted on the Sharon and C Cruise Crew on Facebook. I think that video is there. So if you're part of that deal, you can check that out. And I believe there may be a Griffin Alyssa sighting in the chat. What up, yo?
What's
up? How
up?
you kids doing out there?
Papa Mozo says, I'm waiting for the pool to open Saturday morning. Hashtag Speedo on the Lido.
Hold on. Do you want to let Griff and Alyssa know? They probably tuned in to see the ship show, and they're like, what the hell? How come John is there and Jamie and Matthew are there? So
he was in and he's out. He says, good night. Just wanted to poke my head in for a bit. Love you.
All right. He did a little head poker.
That's right.
I know all about that at the airport.
Want to make sure that Matthew has bail money, says Christopher Brown.
Yes.
I learned that Matthew is collecting evidence for his best-selling SAST tell-all novel.
We will give Matthew a credit card, the phone number of a bail bondsman, and the address to the local the Vegas jail, just in case anyone needs any assistance out there.
We'll have all that info. Jason Orth says, I learned that John has good discretion.
Please.
I learned a ship show Bagok t-shirt finally makes Jamie look good. Oof.
Thank you. It's a little. I got this before the pandemic when I was a number of pounds lighter, so it's a little tight. But I mean, I hope it wasn't flexing too much during the show.
No,
you know what I mean?
Well, you don't need to flex. You're already the boss.
Oh yes. Well, Mark Robertson, what's going on? War damn Eagle to you, sir.
I learned nothing because I missed it. Shame on me.
That's
says
okay.
Mark
That's
Robertson.
the beauty of the replay.
Yes. All right, guys, we appreciate you all tuning in. It's late. We've done it again. We've said everything there is to say. We've actually talked a lot of cruising here. We've talked a lot of Vegas. We've talked a lot of chat. It's been a fantastic evening. Jamie, Matthew, thank you so much for bailing me out this evening.
It's an honor.
For helping me get through this, because I would have been a hot mess on my own. I'd have been out of here an hour and 20 minutes ago.
We had an amazing time, and thank you for everyone for being so much fun and allowing us to sit in here. And thanks to the fans of the Ship Show for not booing us out of here early and saying where the hell is Doodles and get them out of here. And thank you to Doodles for allowing us to sit in his slightly moist and slimy chair. We'll talk to him about that next time we see him.
And he should be back next week, unless they decide to extend their vacation. But thank you all for joining, and actually thank you all for retuning in. Mark Robertson says, hope you all have a great night. Guys, thanks for watching, and everyone, thank you for all the support, the super chats. We'll see you very soon. Don't forget to tune in to Sharon at Sea every Monday night at 9 o'clock, plus all the crazy, 9 o'clock Eastern, plus all the crazy, awesome cruise content that they're putting out and camping content. Don't you have one more coming?
We have one more camping vlog coming, and then we're working on a few things for August, a few trips, but we're laying low on announcing them because things can change quickly. But we're trying to do another trip up north, possibly a Grand Canyon. We're trying to get a little trip going south if there's an open border, and that's some of the stuff we're working on. And of course, we're hoping that October allows us to make an incredible group cruise vlog. So we'll see what plays out there.
So lots more to come. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. May the force be with you. And for crying out loud, stop fighting with each other on Facebook. It's unnecessary, unwarranted, unequivocally wrong. Stop it. Get along. We love you. Now, where's the outro? Oh, hey, wait. I have to do one more plug because next week.
You do a bagok.
There you go, buddy.
Okay.
I think you can work on that.
I'll need to work on.
We'll work on that for next time.
But hey, next week we have a special guest as well. None other than Kieran Cox, the Royal Caribbean guitarist that you guys have seen in our intro a few times. He's going to be live with us. We're going to chat with him. He's going to record a couple songs for us. I think one of them just might be Purple Rain. And if you haven't heard his rendition of Purple Rain, you're not going to want to miss it. So
can't wait.
I feel like some kind of TV guy. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Ship Show. I'm tired of hanging around. We can need a night out on the town, but I'm sick of all the fellas out trying to cock like it never stops. Already feeling like it's a waste of time, but you're standing there alone. I can't help myself, cause it looks like you're thinking about leaving. Gotta conjure up a perfect little plan and convince you to stay.